restoration and conservation is a big issue that needs so many people to be involved with. About 35% of mangroves have been lost in the past 2 decades because many people don't know what they're doing when they're in the environment. They think, oh, I'm just, doing something, but it's really affecting the environment big time. One of the methods that is associated with mangrove restoration is shelling, which is when you deposit shells around the mangroves, and it prevents erosion and wakes from jet skis. Many organizations such as the Ecological Mangrove Restoration and Marine Action Project, Mangrove Action Project, they promote interactive educational workshops, which allows children and adults to firsthand experience techniques that they use to help create a sustainable mangrove environment. Also, with this type of experiential learning, children and adults both begin to feel that sense of wonder with all of their 5 senses, and that's what makes it worth their while. If you're able to really engage yourself and participate, then you're actually really helping the environment. So get educated and promote awareness, and we can take over stewardship of this natural resource.
So for our project for Colloquium, we decided to focus on mangrove restoration and different ways we can help preserve the mangrove forests. I myself am a hospitality major. I work in a hotel in Naples Beach, and they actually passed an ordinance in the late 1900s saying that no more hotels can be built on the beach, kind of trying to preserve the mangroves and the beaches there. Unfortunately, though, housing has been built on the beaches and it's destroying the mangroves. So we're trying everything that we can do to try to help maintain mangrove destruction and try to decrease how much is being destroyed. But today was a great experience. We were able to go canoeing and actually take shell sediments and lay them out on the base of the mangrove forest. It'll act as a barrier for any wake zones and for any storms that may be coming in the area. And we also collected mangroves propagules, and we were able to bring them to the water lab here, and we can do research on that. But we're just trying everything that we can to restore the mangrove forest and try to educate people on how important they really are to Florida's ecosystem.
Alright, so today, or as I should say, this whole time that we've been here, we've been collecting mangrove propagules, and as Jordan pointed out, these are what we want. These are what grow forests. Even just one little one can cause an entire acre just like grow out. But in order for us to do that, we need to restore what they're on right now. So we've been doing shell dumping and just making sure that they have a nice elevated area for them to grow. And yeah, I mean, this is kind of my major, so I'm out here all the time. This is what I typically do. Research. But yeah, this is what we want to grow. Because of that, we have all of this. So I think we need to further everyone's education on keeping boat traffic down, or at least keeping no wake zones and actually obeying those laws, because they do make a big impact. And yeah.
Me being a political science major, having conservation and restoration talked about in classes is actually very rare. Excluding Colloquium, I've had maybe 2 weeks in total ever talking about environmental issues. And I just find it to be a very touchy subject when we do talk about it in classes, because there's such polarized views. Because you have someone who identifies more with the Green Party, and they have more of the sense of wonder and being for saving the environment. And then you have people who tend to be a little bit more biophobic or denying that climate change is a thing. So it becomes a very touchy subject when you talk about any sort of environmental issues, especially conservation, restoration. And I just think personally in that major it needs more recognition, because political actions are really at the heart of a lot of these issues. And I think this is something I've always said, like in my essays and my journals, that the citizens make a bigger impact than the scientists do. So going to places like Ding Darling, or going to 6 Mile Cypress, or coming out here and volunteering really is what makes a difference, not necessarily politicians.
Communication and conservation go together because you have to create a community of people that share the same concerns and to prevent knowledge extinction. The best way to do this is to communicate with people and listen to them and talk to them about your sites too. Open communication can help save the planet.